Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy RTL8. This is Kickback Anime's Discussions. But today we're not talking about anime. We're talking about superhero movies, both Marvel and DC. It's a little bit chill. It's not even on the weekend, and it should be a lot of fun. And with me here today is my boy Tyler Doe.
Yo, what's up? Back off my 2 week break, which ends this week. So I have been doing nothing but schoolwork. So I'm excited to do something that's like this, where it's actually kind of fun instead of being monotonous and boring.
That's fair. I've
So I'm
been doing
excited.
yeah, that's fair. I've been doing schoolwork as well. But I didn't do like my full-time classes, or I'd have to focus on two classes. I decided to do it one at a time so I could focus on
Yeah,
other things. But it's gonna take a little
yeah,
bit
I feel
longer
that.
to get it done. But I'll be all right. I think. Hopefully, we'll
But
see.
sometimes you gotta sacrifice the speed for the quality.
Yeah, you can really focus on that class because it's kind of annoying focus on two classes. So yeah.
Yeah.
But school has started. In fact, like my siblings are all starting school too. So everybody's back at school, but not on
Yep.
the school grounds. We're all doing online classes.
No.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Which I'm happy because for mine I had a moment where it looked like I was going to have to go in for all of my classes. And I was actually terrified because I'm like, I do not want to go in this COVID fest to like a university. I'm like, that sucks. And at the last second, they changed it to where it was all online. I was so grateful. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Because that was almost bad.
I agree because at the I transferred from my other school, and I think
Uh-huh.
people are actually on campus over there. So it's like,
Wow, that's crazy.
but it's a small liberal arts school, so the amount of students
Yeah.
is way less than like a university. But
Hmm.
still, like you never
Yeah, either
know.
way, there's going to be a good amount of people there.
Exactly. So it's kind of crazy, but it is fun to be on campus and get lit. You feel me? So, but but yeah, as you all can see, this is the superhero movie tier list. I did not make it, of course. This is pretty interesting to see how they did it. They have 10 out of 10 out of top, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, skip 3, 2, skip 1, 0, not seen. So, pretty self explanatory for the most part.
Hmm.
And me and Tyler can get right into it because there's a lot of movies. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so to start off, Black Panther is the first
Mm.
one. And this is.
Okay, so man, first of all, charged right now because obviously what just happened. Chadwick Boseman, we just recently lost him. Huge loss to superheroes, and obviously the entire culture of like African and African American just lost a huge figure. And yeah, he was the first real black superhero to do it in a way that was dignifying, and also like, because I feel like Blade, people always point to Blade and they're like, yeah, look, Blade, but look at Blade, he's not really like a moral figure. He's neither here nor there. He's end up doing things for good, but at the end of the day, he's not like a super prolific hero. Whereas Black Panther, everything about Black Panther, he was always right morally. He set things straight at the end of the movie because he found out that his dad maybe not didn't handle everything as well as he could have. And man, when I watched this movie in theaters, I don't know about you, but I left that being like, that was one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. And also I like realized the cultural relevance of it. And
Yeah.
so I think that also add to it. This is as close to a 10 out of 10 as we can start with because I absolutely love this movie. What's your thoughts on it? Let me hear what you got to say.
All right. So I love this movie as well. But I've heard this before, and unpopular opinion, I do will have to agree to this statement. Culturally, it is probably the most impactful movie on this entire tier list. Culturally, its impact
Agree.
was crazy. Quality wise, it was still very good, but it wasn't that crazy quality wise when it comes to the story being
Really?
told, the characters,
Hmm.
like other than Black Panther, and then we got the
Hmm.
antagonist. Like it was pretty simple. Antagonist, we reveal the antagonist. He beats Black Panther. Black Panther powers up. He comes back and beats him. Like it
But
wasn't
I don't know that there's
anything
anything
crazy.
wrong with it being simple. So I think that the way that it gets away with being more simple is it's just something completely new that you've never seen before. You've never seen a superhero movie take place in the area that it did. You've never seen like, or at least the setting that it was supposed to be. You've never seen obviously a black superhero like this. I mean, it was all like so new and and I just loved it. I don't know. I kind of just was like, wow, this is really different from every superhero movie I've ever seen, but then also has like the vibes like what you're talking about, where it's like, oh yeah, well obviously we know what's gonna happen. Well, you know what's gonna happen in any superhero movie, right? For the most part, it's very rare that there's a superhero movie where you're just completely shocked. I think I would put this,
But
taking everything into account. Wait, go
with
ahead.
that said, the ones that you can't really predict the plot properly are the masterpiece 10 out of 10 movies that really
Hmm.
defy expectation. But you're about
Mm.
to give your ranking, so go ahead.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because you know what? Actually, the one thing that I didn't like about this movie, which I feel like I'm way in the minority on this, because I remember talking to one of my coworkers about this all day long, every day, is I feel like Michael B. Jordan's performance, there was something slightly off about it to me. Like it almost,
Okay.
I can't put my finger on it exactly. I tried back and forth with this coworker to put my finger on it because to him he was like, "This is the best antagonist I've ever seen," and I feel like it's not like a deal breaker. Like it was still a freaking great movie. Obviously, like I don't think it was a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. But
Yeah, it's still good.
Michael B. Jordan's performance for some reason just like it was almost like what the uncanny valley is. It's like where you look at a CGI face and you can kind of tell something's wrong and it kind of like
Yeah.
irritates you whenever you see
Yeah.
it. That's what
Yeah,
I
I
had with
see.
that performance. Because I had like a weird thing in the back of my mind, like I can't put my finger on what I don't like about this, but there's something about his deliveries that I'm just not liking. But anyways, yeah, that's really my only complaint. What's your rating out of 10? I'm curious to hear.
Okay. I really want to compare it to other movies. It's crazy that this is the
Mm,
first one. I didn't even expect it to be the first one, like I said.
mm-hmm.
Um, I might bump it up, but for now, I think it's a good movie. The cultural impact is good, so it does give it points. But I'm talking about the. I'll probably would give it a 7 out of 10 personally.
Wait, don't you do you feel like you have to put the cultural impact into the ranking, or do you feel like you leave that out?
No, I do put it in. I do put it in, and it
Hmm.
rises to 7. I think the plot and what it is without the cultural significance, it's a like a 6 out of 10. Add the cultural impact,
Mm,
I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because the plot's not that crazy. The Wakanda world is
yeah.
cool. The characters, although
Dude, oh my god, that in and of itself. Hold on, just stop right there. Dude, the freaking world. Holy shit. I remember watching that movie and just being in awe in the theater. Like, look how beautiful this is, and like look how crazy this is, and how different it is. So I really love that now that you mentioned it, the world is a really big part of something that I liked about it. Yeah, I think it's fair though if we rank it an 8 out of 10. I'm not mad at that because it'd be in between our two rankings.
yeah, eight
So
out of 10 is
I'm
fine.
cool with that.
Um,
Anyways, we should probably go a little faster now.
yeah, a little faster. So the next one,
Uh,
well, Black Panther is a huge one considering what
yeah,
just
true,
happened. So to be fair, next one,
true.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. This is the most recent
Okay,
Spider-Man movie.
I want to hear you go first this time.
All right, so the Spider-Man franchise has definitely been blessed with like three. Well, Andrew Garfield, you can have your mixed opinions about his, but
Mhm.
definitely Tom Holland has nailed it, and this movie was really good. Like the twist and turns and how it ended. How it
Yeah.
ended
Oh,
was
bro, the ending. You're
great,
right.
bro. Oh my god, bro.
See,
I
I'm interested to see where you rank this one because this one's harder for me to get a grasp on for some reason. I think that I would rank it highly, and I loved it. I can't think of something that I didn't like about the movie. You know what? Okay. Here's something I don't like about this version of Spider-Man. Actually, is
go
I feel like Zendaya
ahead.
is
Okay.
a good actress, and I
Yeah.
like her overall, but I don't like her portrayal in the movie. It's just
Okay.
like the whole like, "Oh, I don't even care." Like, it's just a little too far, and they kinda see something that this movie did right, which is why I'm getting at this, is that I think that they lifted the veil on her character a little bit in this movie, which I loved, because they brought her from being this two-dimensional, "I don't even care. I'm just a lazy student. Ooh, I have nothing redeemable about me," but for some reason, the main character is fucking Spider-Man, likes me. So like, they went from that to being like, "Oh, whoa, she's three-dimensional. Look at that." So I think that that's something this movie did really well, and kind of like helped me like this like this universe a little more. What would you rank it out of 10? I'm curious to hear.
Um. All right. I will. I'll say 9 out of 10. Like my biggest thing when it comes to a
Whoa.
movie is if
Mhm.
it ends in a way that leaves me either wanting more or satisfied, it
True,
gets
that's a good
huge
point.
points. And obviously, the ending to this
Mm.
movie, huge spoilers, won't even talk about it, but I definitely want more. So it's like,
Do you feel okay putting it above Black Panther? I don't know. That's like the I guess I do like it. Now that I'm thinking about it, whenever I left the theater, see that was a really good point that you added at the end. Whenever I left Black Panther, I thought that was a really good movie. When I left Spider-Man, I was like, I want to see the next Spider-Man. That's a good point.
yeah, like
That's a really good point.
Black Panther is good, but it's not something I mean, it might be something I put in the background, but it's not something I like go out of my way to watch. I
Yeah,
would go out of my way to watch this movie again because the twists
true.
and turns really bring up this movie.
Okay. All right, you've swayed me. Let's put it at 9.
All right, sounds good.
I was leaning more towards 8, but I think you've swayed me to 9.
All right, next one is the first Thor movie. So,
Trash. Trash, bro. When I watched this movie, whenever I first watched it, I didn't know it was trash. I thought it was good. And then I actually went back and watched it later, and maybe it's a little bit of a mix between like having hindsight of Ragnarok and everything, but oh my god, that movie is just it's hard to get through if you watch it now. I'm literally going to rate this down at like I don't know. What do you think? Like a 4 out of 10? I hate this
I'm
movie now
gonna
that I go
say
back and watch
4.
it.
I'm gonna say 4. It's
Yeah.
not like horrible, horrible, but it's not good. So it's like,
You know what I'll say about this? It reminds me of like you ever see one of those movies where you're like, that was slightly below average, but I'm not like mad. Like you're like I'm
yeah,
not mad
yeah.
that I went and saw it, but it wasn't like anywhere near like it wasn't average. It was below average, but it wasn't horrible.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's where you
yeah,
rank it.
legit. It didn't get interesting until the end of the movie where Thor finally got his hammer back. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I'm saying 4. Um, all right. So next is not seen because it's the Black Widow movie. So I don't know why that's even here, but
Yeah, I was just looking
okay.
that up. Like, did I fucking miss this?
No.
Like, how did I not see this?
This I'm pretty sure is Batman Begins,
Mm-hmm.
the first of the Dark Knight
Mm.
trilogy.
Okay, so I actually have something to say about this one. So I recently went back and watched the Batman movies with my girlfriend, the whole trilogy. And I was surprised how much I liked Batman Begins because in my mind I was like, "Oh, this is the lesser of the three." Like I had that in my mind, but it was definitely my second favorite out of the three. I would rank it. Let me hear what you have to say because maybe you'll sway me. So, what do you have to say about it?
I agree completely. Like I did a
Mm-hmm.
rewatch with Batman Begins as well, and I was like, was it this good the first time I watched it? Like
Yeah,
it
because
was really
I
good.
literally remembered it as being like almost forgettable. Like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's a one of the Batman movies by Nolan, so it's pretty good. But it's nothing that I'd write home about. But whenever I went back and watched it, I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot about this point. Oh shit, I forgot about this point. I kept on doing that.
Yeah,
Like specifically, I forgot completely about the part where he goes to that mob boss before he goes off to see the foreign lands and whatnot and meet Raj Al Ghul. Like
yeah,
before all that happens, I forgot completely about that. And that scene's actually really powerful because he literally just like the villain, quote unquote, of this entire show is right now being like, you think because your parents got killed that you're some sort of like, oh, I have a horrible life. Well, you're not. You live in a penthouse. You're a billionaire. Your life isn't hard. Stop being such a pussy, is essentially what he says. And it's like, yes, good point. Like, wow, you just really put him in his place right there. Like, the villain had something worthwhile to say. So I found that to be really interesting. Yeah, so I'm gonna rank this. Um, you know what? I'm kind of good to give it a 9 out of 10. I love this movie,
okay.
or 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10,
I was
kind of in between.
Liam Neeson's Raj Al Ghul is also very good. And it's crazy
True.
because all the Dark Knight movies had a really good prime antagonist. Like
Yeah,
they were
that's true.
all killed it. Um, I'll probably put it 8 out of 10, mainly because despite it being really good, it is very forgettable. Like at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
true. Like we both said the same thing. So yeah, I'm cool with putting it at 8.
All right, I'll put it 8. All right. Next is the
Ooh,
first
next we got
Guardian of the Galaxy
ooh.
movie.
Okay. What's your thoughts? Let me hear you.
The first Guardian of the Galaxy movie. So obviously, when the movie dropped, I had no
Mhm.
expectation. Didn't know what to
Yeah.
expect from this movie. All I knew was Batista was in the movie from wrestling, and my man from Parks and Rec was in this movie. So I was like, okay, what is this gonna be about? Watch the movie, super entertaining. super
Yeah.
funny. I don't think the antagonist was that great, but the
Eh.
setup for Thanos was still very interesting. Um, hmm.
Super entertaining is a really good descriptor for this movie. It's one of those movies where you're gonna be like sitting there eating your popcorn the whole way through, just like, yeah, this movie's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, and the
What are you giving it out of 10? I'm curious because I this is a tough one for me.
this is tough for me as well. Um, I'm because the antagonist wasn't as strong. I'm gonna give it an 8. I
Wow,
don't think I don't
I'm
think
leaning.
Ro
I'm
whatever his
honestly
name is that
leaning
strong.
more towards 7 because
Okay,
I look at Guardians of the Galaxy. It has no business being with Black Panther or Batman Begins,
that's
so I
fair.
have to put it 7. That's like my thought process on it. Is like I would not feel comfortable. I can't sleep tonight if we put it in the same category as Black Panther and Dark Knight Rises
All
or
right,
Begins or
I'm
Batman Begins,
fine. I'm
whichever one
fine
that
with
is.
7. 7 is still good. Like 7's still
Yeah,
good.
it's still good. It's above average
Yeah, way above
for sure.
average. Um,
Yeah.
okay, 7. All right, next is the PG-13 Deadpool movie. I haven't seen this. Like, I didn't like.
Wait,
Why am I?
you put Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and not seen. Have you not seen it?
No, Deadpool. No, this is the Deadpool PG-13
No,
movie.
no, no. Look at not seen right next to
Oh,
Black
that's
Widow.
Volume 3. It's a 3, so I put it there.
Oh, okay, okay. From here it looks like 2. Okay, so this is the first Deadpool.
This is Deadpool PG-13. It's the Christmas special
Oh,
for PG-13. I didn't see it because like, why would I watch a
neither did I.
PG-13 Deadpool
Yeah,
movie? So like, nah.
yeah. Why would you watch Deadpool but be like worse
Yeah,
for the one you're
facts.
not
Like
seeing? I guess.
exactly. This is the one of the older Superman movies. I've never watched it, but I've seen clips, such as the clip where he flies so fast he rewinds time by flying
Okay,
around
it's
the
that
globe.
one. It's that
It's
one.
yeah, it's that
Okay,
one.
so I have seen this one. Uh, um, I would rank this one. This is one where the actor fell off a horse and got paralyzed. Actually, I believe.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Which is sad. But anyways, I would rank this one. If you're comparing it to the modern standard, are we comparing it to the modern standard? Or are we comparing it to its era?
I guess it's fair to compare it to his era because obviously the CGI and the effects is nowhere close to anything in our era.
Because
So
if you compare it to its era, it was a pretty standard. I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10 for its era. But I actually think the inverse. I think we should compare it against all movies of all time. And if you're doing that, then I
fair.
would put it down in like a 2 or a 4.
Whatever. I'm cool with whatever
Pretty
you
forgettable.
say because I don't. The fact that they
It's like cheesy as hell too. So like again, by today's standards, I'm sure at the time it wasn't cheesy. It was just like, oh yeah, it's a good superhero movie. But for me, it was cheesy as hell. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it down at a 2 because I just I cannot compare it to anything. Even Thor was better than that for me. So
okay, fair enough, fair enough. No problems with that. Next is Deadpool 2.
mm,
Uh,
hmm
all right. So Deadpool is my favorite character in Marvel by far.
hmm
Deadpool 2 was a pretty interesting movie with Cable. Like having Cable being
yeah.
introduced and that entire plot about that one villain. Now,
hmm
I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the plot as a whole. Because I don't think it was that interesting, but I like the character interactions. I do think this is worse than the first one, but I still think it's
Yeah.
really good though. So I'm like
Yeah, I
7
also
out
think
of
that it's
10
worse than the
personally.
first one. Yeah, yeah, worse than the first one for sure. I remember seeing it and thinking this is slightly disappointing because like when I saw the first Deadpool, I was blown away. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, that was hilarious." My girlfriend and I are dying laughing the whole way through and the action sequences were great. It was just great all around. But this one I was thinking it was mid. So I'll go ahead and give it a 7.
Okay. 7. All right. All right. So now we got a big boy. We got a big boy. The Dark Knight.
Ooh. Dark Knight. And
Uh,
Dark Knight's the one with the Joker. I get confused.
yeah, it's the one with the Joker, and I'll say it
Okay.
off rip. I'll go right here. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Like
I was
that.
gonna say this is an easy 10 out of 10 for me.
Like
Easy 10 out of 10.
Heath Ledger's Joker, Batman, the dynamic, the plot, bro. It was
Yeah.
just great all the way around.
Super
Um,
easy, 10 out of 10.
Super easy. All right, so this is Superman 2. Don't I don't I'm gonna say not seen. I don't know. I don't
Is
know.
that the one from 2005, or is that the one that's in the same category as the other one?
I think it's the one from 2005.
Okay, if it's the one from 2005, I would safely give that a 5 out of 10. It's pretty
Okay.
average.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Go for it. Go for it. While he comes back, the next one we are going to be talking about is Spider-Man 3. Um Now there's a lot of controversy about Spider-Man 3. Like a lot of controversy. A lot of people hate it. Like a lot of people hate it. And a lot of people hate emo Peter Parker, which
Oh, but that's one of the funniest parts of the movie.
fair, that's fair, that's fair. I always liked Venom, and I've always liked Black Spider-Man. And then, but there's so much going on to the point where it was too much going on, and there was too much. And in the span of what, like, you got Spider-Man, and then you got the symbiote, and the Venom
Mhm.
eventually gets introduced later on. And then you got Sandman, and then you got the Green Goblin. Like way too much going on. I'm not the
You know,
biggest.
have you heard what the director says about this movie? What Sam Raimi says?
No, I have no idea what he says.
He's always like, yeah. So whenever I started, making this movie and conceptualizing this movie, I had only one or two villain. I think he said the Sandman was just going to be the main villain, and then obviously Harry. So it was going to be like them two, and it was going to be fine. And then the movie execs were like, no, 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 no. We got to throw Venom in there. We got to throw this in there. We got to do this. We got to do that, and just totally ruined it. So basically, it was just a story of movie execs ruining a movie, and because of that, it even goes lower for me because we had the potential for a great movie, but we
Yeah.
got a mid movie, and I think that I would be safe putting it at 4.
Okay. Okay. Um. Yeah. Four. Like the plot wasn't great. Even like Tobey Maguire was a great Spider-Man, but even he has horrible moments in this movie. So it's like, nah, it's just below
Yeah,
average. Um.
agree.
Speaking about another controversial movie where the execs had an issue,
Yeah, same
Justice
thing.
League. Justice League. Now, to be
And
fair,
they're about to release the new
yeah,
cut next year.
that's what I heard too. It's supposed to, they're about to release all the rest of the footage. I'm gonna watch it to see if it gets some
For sure.
bumps up. But with this movie, again, too much going on. There was way too much
Yeah,
going on.
this you know what this was? This was DC trying to be like, I actually watched the video. I forgot who it was by. I think it was by Captain Midnight, but it could have been by anybody. But the video was basically about DC's goings on right now, and he's like, you know why DC is like everybody's hyped for DC right now? They finally went their own direction and did something new. Whereas before they're playing catch up with Marvel, and this is the epitome of playing catch up with Marvel.
Yeah,
This is them, literally just trying to catch up to the Avengers train so they can make their Avengers movies, but be Justice League instead. So I'm really ranking this one down at a 4 out of 10 again because like I it was enjoyable in the sense that it was mildly entertaining, but it was so disappointing. Like what a letdown this movie. So
yeah. It was. I agree. It was entertaining, but that's the extent of the movie. Like
big letdown though.
exactly. So yeah, 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. All right, the last of the Dark Knight trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises, with
Mhm.
Bane.
So is this the worst or the second worst out of all of them for you?
Hmm, that's tough. Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises are very close because this movie, Batman lost, and it wasn't like some BS
Yeah.
way to lose. He just lost. He just straight up lost the fight, and then
Mhm.
his redemption story, which is kind of a callback to how he, became Batman in the first place. Bane was a very credible villain, but the ending sequences and the reveals
Mhm.
was not good. I didn't like it
Yeah.
at all. Um,
Yeah. I agree.
so it's gonna get points docked for sure.
Yeah, I think I would. I don't think I think it's my least favorite. I'm good at putting it at a 7 out of 10. It's better than most movies, but not as good as Batman Begins, which is an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. 7 out of 10. I'm fine with. This is Jonah
Sweet.
Hex. Don't know anything about Jonah Hex.
Jonah
Um,
Hex. Wait, where's the? I don't. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, I don't think I remember that one either. So
the next is Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man.
I have unconventional views on this movie. I think
I will say
I.
this. I will say this real quick.
Uh-huh.
Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man itself was really entertaining. Like the comedic
hmm
jokester
hmm
type Spider-Man.
It was a totally unique version that we hadn't seen on screen before. That's for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll let you go. Go for it. I
So
would like to hear it.
so it's just really funny because like this everything about this movie would lead you to believe that I wouldn't like it just because it's not my style of movie, right? But I love this movie to the point where I go back and watch this movie on a considerably regular basis. I've definitely gone back and watched it since the newer version of Spider-Man came out, like 2 or 3 times. I love this movie. I love the second movie. I literally shed a tear whenever something happens in the second movie towards the end. I shed a tear whenever I was
Oh
watching
yeah.
that because I was like, oh my god. So one of the things that I really like about the Amazing Spider-Man is the chemistry between the actor between what's his name Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. The chemistry between them two is really really good because they're actually dating.
Yeah.
And so I really like that. And you know, like it's a totally different look at Peter Parker, but I'm not exactly mad at that. Like I loved it overall. I can't really point to something that I didn't like about it that much. I'm gonna put it at like an 8 or a 9. I love this movie, but I know that I'm totally like out there compared to everybody else. So let's hear what you got to say.
Okay. Now I agree that the chemistry between Peter Parker and
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy, which is interesting that they went the Gwen Stacy route, but they
Yeah.
were leading up to Mary Jane in the future, but the movie got hacked.
Yeah.
So
hmm
pretty interesting stuff there. So that was pretty cool to see. Spider-Man portrayal, really good. But Peter Parker, I don't hate it, but I don't think like that version of Peter Parker is like normal Peter Parker. Anytime you ever see Peter Parker in a video game or the TV series, or like he's not like that at all. So it was an interesting
hmm
version of him. I wasn't mad at it, but it was like this is not Peter Parker, but cool. It was cool. Um, this movie's plot though with the what am I blinking on his name? Is it Reptile? Is that
Oh, the lizard.
the lizard? So the
Yeah.
lizard, the antagonist, it was really good. He was a viable threat, much stronger than Spider-Man, and then the entire trying to kind of keep his identity and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. I really like this movie here. I enjoyed it. You said 8 or 9.
Yes.
With all the praise I'm giving it, I'm gonna give it a 6. Like I don't think it's on the
Damn.
level as Dark Knight Rises, Deadpool 2, or Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was entertaining and it
I
was
can
pretty
I can say
solid.
without a shadow of a doubt that I like watching this movie more than all the ones in 7, but I can understand if you don't want to put it in 8. So it kind of makes sense to me how you
Um
could not put it in 8.
yeah, I mean we can average it out and put it in 7 if that works for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's low 7 for you. Well, really it's a 6 for you, but low 7 for you and high 7 for me.
Yeah. All right. All right,
Oh,
next
bro, this movie.
the
This
Wolverine.
movie. So one thing about this movie that's funny is it's one of those movies where I don't really remember much. Like I remember World War II bomb drop. He protects the guy. The guy wants his body. Logan kind of wants to die,
Oh, it's
and then that's
that
kind of where my
movie.
memory.
You legit
Yeah.
reminded me what movie we were talking about
Wait,
for a
wait, wait.
second.
No, wait. Is the Wolverine? Wait,
No, it is
is
that
the
one.
Wolverine?
I'm pretty
Are
sure.
you sure it's not the one where he starts out with the bone claws and it goes through his whole?
Well, let me look.
Wait,
Let me look. Let me
yeah, I
look
was
at
about to say.
this.
Let me look this up. The
um,
Wolverine.
I'm pretty sure it's the one you said.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Because I for a split second there, I'm like, wait a second, am I getting confused between that one and what's the other one called? No, not Logan. What is
It's
the
uh,
X-Men Origins?
oh
That's what it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
here. I
So
just
the Wolverine is that one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, the Wolverine kind of lost on me. Don't really remember it much. I would rank it. I don't know. What do you think? Where would you rank it?
I mean, at the end of the day, the plot was cool. There was a time that he lost his powers, and the guy
Hmm.
screwed him over and tried to take his powers. I was like, man, like it was just a weird setting. At the end of the day, like why? All of a sudden, we got all this expat stuff, and then he just ends up in Japan is fighting samurais. Like,
Yeah.
like what? What is going on? If I'm being honest here, like you said, it's not memorable, but it's not a bad movie. So I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I'm cool with 6.
Okay, 6 it is.
I enjoyed it whenever I saw it, but I just don't remember much of it now.
Yeah. All right. Next is Suicide Squad. Hey, Suicide Squad.
One of the few movies on this list that I saw twice in theaters. Not because like I actually wanted to see it twice in theaters, but more like one of our friends hadn't seen it, and so we just went and saw it again, like kind of just to do something with those friends.
Wait, I think
Um,
this is the Suicide Squad not seen. This right here is down here is the Suicide Squad. This is the
oh,
remake, so this is the normal one.
so the one that your mouse is on right now is the normal one.
Yeah, and the one that's I'm not seeing is the remake that they're making. So
Okay, yeah. So I haven't seen that one, but yeah, the current Suicide Squad or the one that we have seen. Where would you rank that?
okay, the plot was trash. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. The plot was trash. Way too many characters, like too much going on, and you had star power. So you had Will Smith and you had Harley
Mhm,
Quinn.
mhm.
The Joker was bad. I didn't like the Joker.
Yeah, me
Um,
neither. And dude, I'm a huge Jared Leto fan. Hated him as Joker.
so I'm gonna say it was still entertaining, but everything was just bad. So it's like I'm trying to figure out where to put it. If there was a
I think it's
three
a
out of ten, I would
4.
put a
Yeah, I was
three.
gonna say it ranks between 3 and 4, but since there is no 3, I don't think it's fair putting it in 2 out of 10. So I guess 4 out of 10 is closest to we can get.
Nah, we're adding a three. So we uh
I think 3 is fair.
because I don't think like at the very least the ones above it have something going for them. So this guy's squad is just bad
Yeah,
all around. It's just all it is
I agree.
entertaining.
Yeah,
Um,
because like Justice League, Spider-Man 3, and Thor, I didn't leave those theaters being like, well, that was shit. But Suicide Squad, I left the theaters thinking that was shit. Then saw it again and was like, that was still shit. Like I
exactly.
remember thinking it was entertaining, but I just remember thinking the plot was horrible. There was so much cheesiness going on. Yeah, so 3 out of 10 is fair. What
Yeah,
is this next movie?
Iron Man.
I don't recognize it. Oh, that's Iron Man?
Yes, sir. This is the first one.
Okay.
To be
The
fair, I
first Iron
don't
Man.
remember a
Hmm.
lot about it. I remember some
I
things. I
watched
don't
it
remember a lot
again
about it.
not too long ago. Um, you know what? Started the franchise. Not nearly the best in the franchise. I would give this
I
a.
heard a lot of people liked it. Like a lot of people think it's really good.
I think I would give it. It's above Wolverine. Is it above the third? Oh, you know what? I'm struggling between 7 and 8 right now.
I think it's only fair to give it an 8. It did start like the entire thing.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
That's very true.
Um. All right. So the next one is Wonder Woman.
Hmm. Okay, so actually, Wonder Woman I think is the best thing to come out of DC, uh, in recent time. Uh, so I would rank Wonder Woman at like a 7 out of 10. It was really good. It was the best thing that's came out of DC so far, I think, on this new little reboot. So yeah, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I would agree. I think it's definitely at the very least a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. The next one is Batman versus Superman.
Mm. Let me let you start on this one.
All right. So Batman versus Superman. It was boring until the fight. That is legit my consensus right there. It was legit
Mm,
boring
yeah, you're
until
not
the
wrong.
fight, and then the fight made no sense. Martha? What? What are we doing? Come on now. Like what?
You know
um
what's crazy is that like a movie like this you would think would be so momentous that you could never forget it. I don't remember shit. I remember the fight scene. I remember Batman being uncharacteristically violent. I remember uh I remember Batman going to save Superman's mom.
yeah.
Um yeah, I don't remember much. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you rank this one because I literally don't have a say on this one, I think.
Yeah, and even Lex Luthor, like I like that actor, but he was not a Lex Luthor. Like I don't know
No, he's
why.
not a Lex Luthor at all. Whenever I saw they announced him as Lex Luthor, I'm like, dude, what the guy from Superbad? Or wait, no, he's not the guy from Superbad. He's the guy from Facebook or Social Network or whatever.
Zombieland, like
And I was like, yeah,
he,
Zombieland. I'm like, no, he's more of like a comedy or like documentary actor, but not he's not
yeah,
Lex Luthor, and he did not pull him off at all.
he is I can see where they're going because he's witty and he's
Yeah,
sarcastic, but
but he's not like
he,
boding like when you see Lex Luthor in the comics or in the animated series or whatever any other medium, you're like, damn, that guy's kind of scary. He's not scary at all. Jesse Eisenberg is his
yeah,
name. Not
yeah,
scary at all.
yeah,
Least intimidating person I've ever seen.
yeah, he just made
Like
it.
he's the kind of guy where if you were like a mean third grader, you could like beat the shit out of Jesse Eisenberg. Like
Yeah,
you're not afraid of Jesse Eisenberg in any capacity. So,
I'm gonna say, is it better than Justice League? Let me think.
well, let me also pose you this. This is one of the ones where it's same thing as Justice League, where you were so excited about the movie and it let you down. So I think we got to put it in the same category if we do put it anywhere near Justice League.
Yeah, I'll put it in the same category. Speaking about letdowns, Green Lantern is next, and this was horrible.
Yeah.
This was just horrible.
So this is before superhero movies got good. So I do give it like 'cause think about it this way, like other than the Spider-Man trilogy, there really wasn't too many good superhero movies beforehand. Like especially
Fair.
during this era specifically, there was really nothing good going on.
But with
But
that said,
I s-
2 out of 10.
yeah, agree.
Um,
It's definitely low. So yeah, I think 2 out of 10 is fair.
okay. All right. Next is Venom.
Oh, I love Venom. I love the movie.
I'll let you go
Um,
because I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but I'll let you go first.
so I love Venom subjectively, but it has so many issues. They really did not use Tom Hardy properly, in my opinion. I think they also went for too many low hanging fruit with like how silly the how silly the acting was and the lines were from everybody in the movie. They were all kind of campy and silly lines. Um, and then on top of all of that, like I don't know, just overall, I think that they failed with the actors and everything. But I thought the story was pretty interesting. Actually, you know, now that I'm talking about it, it was a shitty movie. I just liked it because I'm being subjective about it. So
Uh,
I think it's a 5 out of 10. It was entertaining. Didn't live up to what it could have been. 5 out of 10 for me.
yeah, I agree with the 5 out of 10. So that was my thing too. It was I've watched. I don't think I've sat down and watched the entire movie because like Venom was cool, but the plot didn't seem crazy. Eddie Brock, I wasn't the biggest fan of that version
Yeah,
of Eddie Brock, and the only thing that's carrying it is when the Venom was on screen, basically. So
yeah, and you wanted way more of that. Like you wanted like the whole movie to be that, but that was only like 1/4 of the movie. Also, like, dude, they have one of the greatest actors of our generation, and they wasted him. Like they made him this weird character when like you have Tom Hardy, bro. Like, come on, like do something crazy with them.
exactly, at the end of the
But
day, you could
no.
definitely done a lot. But they are coming up with the Carnage movie, so that should be
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm
That should be
excited
interesting.
about that.
I agree. 5 out of 10.
Where are we ranking it? 5 out of 10? Yeah, I think it's fair.
All right, next is Ghost Rider. Man, those were right. Those were
Uh,
some movies back then.
Ghost Ghost Rider. I don't know. I remember. Wait, is it the first Ghost Rider? Because I haven't even seen the second one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Um, Again, this is kind of before superhero movies got good, and I think this one was good.
I
Um,
think People hated Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. To be fair, like I don't think it was the craziest thing, but I don't
Mhm.
hate him as much as everybody else hates his portrayal. Like, I mean, when he
True.
got crazy, it was like a little too much. But I mean, his skull was burning, so it's like I get it.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought the plot was I thought the plot was interesting, and I thought the
Yeah.
Ghost Rider is an interesting character. Period. Like the concept of Ghost Rider. Like
All
this
we
is.
can do is be so thankful that Nicolas Cage did not get the role of Superman. Because you know that he went for Superman, right?
Oh my god! I didn't even know that. No.
Hold on, let me send you this real fast. You can keep talking.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, man, you got the Superman role. Okay. But yeah, Ghost Rider. I think
Bro,
it's
it,
definitely a
it, it
movie
looks so
that deserves
trash.
it. Huh? I definitely think Ghost Rider is a movie that deserves a remake one of these days. Like, it is a remake
Yeah,
quality
I
movie.
would like to see it get remade. But see, don't you think that this era of movies, especially for this era of movies, it was pretty good?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I don't hate it like everybody else, but I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it, and I've watched it more than once. I would put it 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it 5 every time. Ghost Rider, like the character of
Yeah,
Ghost Rider himself, was on screen enough to carry the movie. So, yeah, I would
yeah,
say 5.
I agree. Yeah, I think five's fair. I'm trying to send you this link, but I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, there we go. The second one worked. We,
Okay.
we almost got this. Look at this on Twitter real fast.
All right. Let me check this out. Well, I checked that out. The next movie. Oh my. No, 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 no,
We
no,
were
no.
almost ruined, bro. It's like he's an okay actor at this point in his career, like at that point in his career. I mean, but you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of what's the guy who plays Loki's name? Loki.
Tom Hard Edel
Tom Hiddleston.
Hiddleston. Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston, right? Yeah. So Tom Hiddleston tried out for Thor. Have you seen that?
No.
That was the first rule. That was the first role that he tried to get in the Thor franchise. And so there's like this still of him, and like there's like a whole like scene of him trying to be Thor, and it's like, oh, thank God he didn't become Thor. Like when you see it now, you're like, oh my God, we almost just got the worst version of Thor compared to what we got. Because like I think we got pretty much the perfect version of Thor. Like I don't
Oh
know how
yeah.
much better you could do with Thor. But here, I just sent you what he looked like as the role of Thor. It's like just oh wait no damn it God dang it, I'm so bad at posting his link. I keep on sending you the same thing over and over again. Hold on, let me send this to you. Not to derail everything too bad, but I just think you have to see this once in your life at least.
At least once. I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
try it again. God, okay, keep sending the Nicolas Cage one. Just look up Tom Hiddleston Thor. Like,
Oh,
it's
bro.
whack, bro.
But to be fair, like he got his perfect role at the same time, so it's like
But yeah,
his
for sure.
Loki. I would say his Loki is better than uh whatchamacallit's Thor. Like his portrayal of
Really?
Loki is better than um
Oh, that's a bold claim.
why am I blanking on his name? Is like I know his name. What's his
Oh,
name? Uh,
fucking Hemsworth.
oh, Hemsworth. I would say Hiddleston's Loki is better than Hemsworth's Thor. Like when it
What
comes
version of his Thor? If we're talking about Thor Ragnarok, nah.
Thor Ragnarok was good, but to be fair, uh I mean Loki was just very entertaining every time he was on screen. It was a fantastic
True.
villain at the end of the day. Uh and he did his job. And he did his job well until he was killed off. So, hey,
Tough call on who's better though. I don't know. That's a really tough one.
true. Next is Constantine. John, y'all,
I've not seen it.
you haven't seen Keanu Reeves' John Constantine movie.
Nope. I didn't even know it was a thing until you just said that.
So, basically, what Constantine is like a demon hunter or yeah, it's like a demon
Mm-hmm.
hunter, because he died and went to hell, but he was revived. So, I think he
Hmm?
made a deal. The moment he dies, he gets sent to hell. Think he made a deal with Lucifer because of that, or something like that. It's like the demons are after him and it wants him to go to hell, and he's just a devil hunter basically, and he's a master like in the arts of devil extinguishing and magic and whatnot. Pretty
Dude,
entertaining
how have I
movie.
never seen this movie? I'm looking at the pictures right now. I'm like, this actually looks kind of good.
Yeah, it's very entertaining. Like he goes up against
Would you say it's worth
Lucifer.
watching now?
Yeah, I would say like
Okay.
it's not like the craziest movie you'll ever see, but it's entertaining. It's an entertaining
Yeah.
watch.
All
Um,
right, so I got to rely on you this time. So what do you think?
I think it's above ever. I would say 6 out of 10. Nothing
Okay.
crazy,
Six and
but
ten.
still entertaining. I'll say it's right about Wolverine's level. All right,
What's the next movie? I can't read it from here.
Captain America, the first one.
The first one? Oh, okay. Well, first of all, we all know Captain America's got a member now, so we've all seen that. Uh,
Oh my
and
god. Okay.
that probably gives him up at least a couple points. I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I think it should bring him down a couple points because it's like, dude, how you got everything? How you gonna look like that, have that member, and then also be Captain America? So I think we got to bring him down a couple points for
Well,
that.
he
No,
is.
but in all
He's
seriousness,
like the perfect human, you know. At the end of the
I
day.
know. Well, it's not fair. No, I think in all fairness and seriousness, Captain America. When you go back and watch it, when you watched it at the time, you thought it was really, 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 really good. Whenever you go back and watch it now, you're like, yeah, it was good. I'd probably put it in a 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 range.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, I probably would never go rewatch Captain America because it's just like it's it's like the origins of Captain America, and it was cool. It's cool, but like we didn't really want to see Captain America face like normal people.
Yeah,
Like he washes them all. Um, it was not.
true.
It didn't like get like tense until Red Skull appeared. So yeah, yeah, I would say six
Yep,
out
I
of ten.
agree.
6 out of 10 is fine. All right,
That's
this
fair.
first X-Men movie. I'm pretty sure that's what is on your
So
screen.
wait, that's like the one whenever like the like how do you even
I can't really
like not the
tell.
ones that came out recently, the ones that came out a long time ago, right?
Or this might be the X-Men Last Stand. I can't
I don't know
tell.
which one that is. Hold on. Let me look up X-Men Last Stand and see if it looks anything remotely like that.
Um,
X-Men
or
Last
Days of Future
Stand.
Past. I think that. Oh, I think this is the X-Men Days of Future Past.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
X-Men Days of Future Past. Let me look that up.
With the kids and everything, and Magneto and Professor's origin story and all that stuff.
I don't really see an image that looks specifically like that, so I don't know.
Um, let's just say it is, and just go from there.
Okay. So wait, that's the one. So you describe it to me again. I don't really remember this one that much.
So X-Men Days of Futures Past is basically Magneto and Professor X's origin story and Mystique's origin story too, because that's when they're all. It's like when they all meet each other and they grow, and like there's like these young mutants. Or is that Days? Is that no? Is that the name or is that Days of
I
Future
see.
Past?
The problem with these movies in general is that they are very easy to get confused.
Yeah, the titles don't really. I'm think Days of
Like,
Future Past is the Wolverine one. I'm thinking of the kids one, the like young mutants and Professor with Professor. I forget what that one's called. X-Men. All right, now I have to look it up. Like, all right.
dude, I'm honestly thinking like all of these movies. To be fair, like X-Men in general
Okay,
have not lived up to what they could be.
I know the
I,
title though.
okay, which one is it?
X-Men First Class. That's what it is.
Okay. Forgettable movie. What do you think? I'm gonna defer to you.
I'll say the dynamic between uh uh the professor Professor X and Magneto
Magneto.
was really
Yeah,
good in this movie.
that's about the pulling this movie through though. Like, there's really nothing else that's good about it.
Yeah, I'd say 5. I mean, the movie's pretty much about their encounter though, so it's like carried throughout the entire
Yeah.
movie. So maybe more than 5. I'll give it a 6.
I don't think I can even go as far as giving it a 6, bro.
I mean, at the end of the
It's
movie,
good.
you finally saw why Professor X was crippled. You
Yeah, that's like the only cool part that I can think of. That moment where he's like yelling at the top of his lungs. He's like holding on for dear life.
Yeah. And then Professor X is trying to convince Magneto. Oh, you remember when Magneto put the bullet through that guy's head? When
Yes.
that guy was like a criminal, and he was trying to make mutants into monsters, and I think he forced Magneto to kill a bunch of people. Bro, I'm starting to remember like there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened in this movie.
There's a lot of cool moments in this one. Actually, you're right. I don't know. I just don't think it's 7 out of 10 though, even with
No,
all
I'm
the
saying
cool moments. Because like
six. I'm
you have to
saying
realize,
six.
or 6 out of 10. I'm sorry, yeah, 6 out of 10. So, or no, I do think it's a 6 out of 7. I was saying that I don't think you can put it any higher than 6,
Okay.
because like there's cool moments, but everything in between those cool moments isn't that good. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think 6 out of 10 is where we're gonna have to land.
Okay. All right. Next is another old Superman movie. I have no opinion. I don't even know. I think this is
Uh,
two, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's just put it in not seen because I can't really tell which one it is from here. So, not seen it goes, I guess.
There you go. Next is Age of Ultron Avengers movies. Yeah.
Ooh, one of the most slept on Avengers movies in my opinion.
Yeah, a lot going on in this movie too. Every Avenger. Oh, we'll go into all of them. We'll go into all of them. They're all really good. Age of Ultron. Now, people like talking smack about this movie because it wasn't like as high staked as the legit all the other movies. Um,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day,
I don't know. It's pretty high stakes.
yeah, it's
Like the
still like,
world could have been ended basically.
but it's like you had Loki and like Thanos is like a alien group in literally every other movie
Yeah.
but this one. Um,
Yeah.
but the challenging of like what's right, like this is where Tony Stark and the Captain America tension started in this movie, and Ultron was a very viable villain. He was really smart. He brought in he had a
Mhm.
game plan, and it just didn't work at the end of the day because the Avengers are a little too much. But even though he didn't win, like a lot of things because of what a lot of things that happened in that
Yeah.
movie caused a lot of problems for the other movie. So it had
Isn't this
lasting
the movie where
impact.
we got Vision too?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
Vision.
so that's really good. You know what? I want to give this one an 8 out of 10. I really like this movie, and on rewatch, I liked it even more. I think so. I'm gonna go with 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. Do you
It's
think?
funny how many of them have been staying in the 7 out of 10 to 4 out of 10 range. You know?
Yeah, yeah, fair. We might be a little biased. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're above a five, we'll consider you good. Below five is like.
True.
But with that said, do you think this is better than Guardians of the Galaxy?
Hmm.
I don't know if it's better than the Guardians of the Galaxy personally. I think they're
I
about
think
the
it's a
same
better
level.
movie, but I think Guardians of the Galaxy is more entertaining. No, you know what? I do think it's better than Guardians of the Galaxy for sure. Now
Okay.
that I'm thinking about it, because like I start thinking about it even more, and I'm like, I loved pretty much everything about this movie, and I didn't really not like anything about this movie. So yeah.
I'm not mad at an eight. I'm not mad at an eight. All right, here's a classic. Before he was Captain America, Fantastic Four.
um, yeah, I would give Fantastic Four. Uh, I'm ranking it 5 out of 10. What do you think?
I think that's appropriate. It wasn't a bad movie. Like inherently, it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't like the like. I mean, the plot was there. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, obviously,
This is a franchise that has been so fucked, like by
yeah,
the movie executives. Like they literally are just holding on to this so they can keep the rights to it, but they don't make good movies. Make
yeah.
good movies, dude.
You
If you
you
want to
have
keep it, you know.
you have the cast of characters like
Yeah.
the Thing, Mr. Fantastic is one of the most important characters in Marvel. Period. Like, you should be
Yeah,
going
and
off
they
with him.
literally relegate him to like some shit role in this movie where everybody now thinks he sucks because you've made him so crappy, you know?
Yeah, so okay, I'm cool with 5 out of 10. It's
Yeah,
average.
5 out of 10.
Deadpool.
Okay, now we got oh bro, Deadpool. All right. Are we ranking this a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10?
All right, so I'm trying to think. Does it deserve to be a Dark
Because
Knight's level?
this is why I say this. For what it is, Deadpool, did it not do everything perfectly? Like, think of something you didn't like about this movie. I can't think of anything personally. Was there anything that stuck out to you where you're like, I really don't like this? Everything about this movie was funny. The exposition with like the narration by Ryan Reynolds was hilarious. The amount of funny moments, and then it has all of its badass moments at the same time. It's definitely up there for me. Whether it's a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna leave that up to you, but it's definitely one of the two.
I think the only thing I can say that made dock it, because Dark Knight is perfect, but the
Yeah,
antagonist in Deadpool was not great. At the end of the
true.
day,
Yeah,
yeah, like he was not entertaining. He's not memorable. Like he was just the person who created Deadpool and like fucked him over.
yeah,
And compare that to Dark Knight, like it has a great
nowhere near.
Batman. The antagonist is one of the greatest antagonists, the villains you'll see in fiction, in movies, and period. So I can't give it to 10. I can't give it the 10. I'll give it a 9.
All right, nine's fair for
And
sure.
I low key would have bumped Spider Man down. Like I don't think it deserves a 9. I don't think it deserves a 9, bro. Like I'm trying to.
I mean, I wasn't sure that it was a 9 out of 10 when you said it. Um, I just let it go with it, but you know,
Yeah, we should bump it down. Yeah, like,
yeah, I'm sure with putting that one at an 8 out of 10, but keeping Deadpool at a 9 out of 10.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll fix that. Next is Dark Phoenix. I've never watched it. I legit haven't watched this movie.
Dude,
Okay.
you know me. I've already expressed my not really liking the X-Men movies in any capacity, so I was not rushing to the theater to see this movie. I didn't give a fuck whenever it came out. I was like, oh, whatever. So,
um. Oh, this is the new Wonder Woman. This is the current Wonder Woman. There we go. Fixed it.
84.
Yeah, I think this is 84.
Yeah. The
Um.
trailer looks really good, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about him being back. But we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it works out too. I don't know.
Okay. Dark Phoenix. Yeah, I heard the movie was crap. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna watch it. This movie was surprisingly very good. Shazam.
Oh
Shazam.
yeah, Shazam. Oh, that's a movie my girlfriend and I went to see it, and we both agree about this. We went to see it, and we were both kind of just thinking, whatever, no big deal. And then we get in the theater, and we have no expectations, and we were kind of like, wow, that was really good. I'm happy we went to see this. You know, it was like one of those happy surprises. I'd give this a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was entertaining. He was a very good Shazam.
Yeah,
The villain
I
was
you know what?
credible.
My one complaint about this is I don't like the kid actor for Shazam very much. I like the kid actor for his friend, but I don't like the kid actor for Shazam. He was just kind of generic and boring.
Fair, fair. That's a fair. That's fair. I know you.
Bro, and also Black Adam's coming out next year, I think. Ooh.
Ooh, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that.
The
The
Rock, bro?
Rock? The
Oh,
Rock?
man.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy.
Bro, I can't wait to see Shazam versus Black Adam. Yo, DC, you're cooking. You're cooking. All right, with the one, you got Wonder Woman, you got Shazam. Hopefully, Shazam's in the DCEU. Like, come on, you
Yeah,
cannot leave him out of the DCEU. All right, this
I
is the Ghost Rider sequel. I have watched
haven't
it.
seen it.
Ghost Riders 5. I'll give this a 4.
Yeah, I've heard it's worse, so that's fair.
Um, Spider-Man 2. Some people argue the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time.
Do you not?
It's really good. Like it's really
Oh,
good.
I argue it to be for sure the best Spider-Man of the original trilogy. Um, but I think that like you know what? Fuck, actually, I went back and watched it not too long ago, and I was gonna say for a modern movie though, but actually,
It holds up.
even for a modern movie, it holds up. Yeah.
The
Ooh,
the
is this
plot
a
was
9 out of
there.
10?
It might be because the plot was there. Doc Ock was a very good antagonist.
Yeah.
Oh, like Peter
The
Parker.
motivation.
Yeah, and
He was
this.
just the right amount of campy and serious too. I like that. Like the Peter Parker in this one. He was
Yeah,
just the right amount of like funny silliness and like completely serious.
yeah. This one he had to figure out who he had to be as Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and the Mary Jane, a Peter Parker connection deepened. Like yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. It has to.
Yeah,
It's very good. All right, the
I agree.
Hulk, Edward Norton's Hulk. This is with
Wait, so is that
Abomination.
the one like right? Okay. Very forgettable. This one's a 3 out of 10 for me.
Really? That is
I
really
don't remember
low.
shit about it, and I remember whenever I watched it being like, "This is so much worse than the last one, and the last one wasn't good either." You know? Like, so I'm putting this one at a 3 out of 10, bro.
I thought it was pretty decent, honestly. Like Edward Norton, he had to run away from everybody because he's the Hulk. He can't control it.
Mhm.
The prequel basically to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, and Abomination. That fight between Hulk and Abomination was really cool. Like, it was a really entertaining fight.
I don't know if it would've been better or worse with Mark Ruffalo, but yeah, I didn't like this one at all. So, you know what? In fact, I don't remember it so much that I'm gonna let you just rank it wherever you want. But for me, it's not good.
I would say, yeah, right, you said three. I'm gonna say like five. Like it's Venom level in my opinion. It,
5, bro,
I'll put it at four.
bro. Yeah, I was gonna say you're tripping if you put it with Venom, bro.
I, Now, yeah, that's the proper one. This one's the prequel, the one that I am on right now. I think I don't remember anything about the prequel. The only thing I remember is that his father was like the villain. I'm pretty sure, but that's all I remember. The
Yeah.
what do you rate the prequel?
Um, I don't know. I'd probably put it. Mm, this one's almost harder for me. uh, I don't know. Maybe like I'd also probably put it in a 4. Actually,
Okay,
to be fair,
all right,
like I think they're both kind of not good movies.
fair enough, fair enough. All right, next, Avengers. I think this is
The first
Endgame.
event. No,
No, I
that's
think this is
Endgame. Yeah, that's
Endgame.
Endgame.
Oh, Endgame was something else. I really liked
Hmm.
Endgame. I really liked.
Are we ranking? You know, I'm having a hard. The only question that I have for Endgame is it a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10?
That's legit the question. Like,
It could really go either way.
it's
Because
there's
I
nothing.
don't know that I thought it was.
There's nothing in that movie that I have a complaint about at the end. Like like at the end of the day.
It, this is something that I've said about it since I saw it, and I think it's a pretty good point. You can tell me if you think it's a good point, but
Go ahead.
I've been saying I think they did the best job that they possibly could have with that many characters, but I think they had too many characters. They were juggling too much.
Hmm.
We missed out on some opportunities to have some one-on-one time with characters for longer periods of time that we didn't get because there's literally no way they could have, you know?
So you're saying they should have killed off more people in Infinity War?
Uh, I don't know if they should have killed off more characters. They should have not brought in so many characters to begin with, you know? I
Fair.
think they had too many at the jump and they should have had less. Or if they were going to have that many characters, like I don't know, maybe pick a few just to like not really talk about that much. Like I feel like my complaints, not enough Black Panther for what I wanted. Because I think he was one of the more like him and Spider Man were the two that I really wanted a lot from in this movie,
To
and
be
I think it kind
fair,
of let me down.
to be fair to that point, and I mean, obviously in Infinity War, that's where they died. In Endgame, they're
Yeah,
not in the movie, but the thing is, like they were expected to have their own standalone movies after this entire thing. Like
true. Yeah.
all the other people that were in this movie, already had they were like the originals for the most part, and some of them were dying are gonna get killed off. So they're the only ones that were focused on for the most part the ones that mattered the most when it comes to
But see, I
ending
don't
the
know.
franchise.
They focus on the franchise guys, right? But I think that just the fact that even if you're just focusing on those guys, that's still a lot of people, and you're bouncing around so much. Like, and this is me nitpicking, by the way. This is like this is not like a serious contention with me. I'm acting like this ruined the movie for me. It did not ruin the movie for me. I still loved this movie. I'm just saying I don't know if I can give it a 10 out of 10 for that. I think it's just below a 10 out of 10.
Okay. Well, I will
But then
say
again, putting it Spider-Man 2 and Deadpool, I don't know.
I think 9 out of 10 is fair because also something to kind of point out is it doesn't stand by itself as a movie.
Yeah.
Like you
Mhm.
need the prequel to watch this movie. You need to watch all the other Marvel
True.
movies to enjoy this movie.
Yeah,
So,
because like, you might be able to skip, like, 1 or 2, but that's about it. Like, you're not gonna be able to skip much and be able to completely understand what's going on 100% of the time, you know?
yeah, so I think 9 is
That's
fair.
like 30 movies or something.
Yeah, 9 is fair. 9 is fair. This is the first new Spider-Man, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm. This one was, it was really cool to see Tom Holland in this role. I liked him in this role a lot. Um, I would put this at
Vulture was a really good villain too.
yeah. I'm ranging between 7 and 8 out of 10. What do you think? Where are you ranking it?
Um, this is the start of Peter Parker as a Spider. I like how in this movie they don't do the entire origin. No, he's already Spider Man. It's
True.
the only
Point.
thing about this movie is he's getting more. His relationship with Iron Man is growing. I mean,
Yeah. Mhm.
Vulture was a credible villain, and Peter Parker was basically learning how to be a hero in this movie.
Yeah. Like and he's kind of in a transitional phase where it's like he's he's bigger, like he's big enough to be fighting guys that are bigger than the street thugs, but he should be less than like Vulture's a bit much for him at this point, right? Like it's like Vulture is like pushing his limits.
Yeah, still
Mhm.
young and naive. I would say 7. I think 7's fine.
Fair. Um, I do have one thing to tell you. I have 25 minutes left. I didn't expect this to take so long. So, do you want to speed through them, or do you want to go on them at the same rate, and then you'll just finish the list off without me?
Let's speak through them. We'll
Cool.
only
Do that.
talk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only certain movies that I'm left here that deserve attention properly, and one of them is Logan. Like,
Yeah, Logan was really, really good. A tear jerker. Um, I think it's a 9 out of 10 personally. I love this movie.
I agree. Let's put a 9.
9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. Either way.
It's definitely 9. I didn't watch Captain Marvel.
I watched Captain Marvel. It was shit. This would be one of the first. I, I'm not willing to put it at 0 out of 10, but man, Brie Larson's an unlikable person in real life, and also a very unlikable Captain Marvel. This is a 2 out of 10 for me. She's a very wooden actress. 2 out of 10.
All right, there we go. I have no
I'm harsh on
opinion.
that movie.
I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it, and I just watched
And
Avengers
it's
Endgame.
sad. It's sad because it could have been so good, but they chose the worst actress ever. So it was like you really let me down with the casting there.
Next is X Men Apocalypse. Now, in this movie, there was a
Don't know.
lot going on in this movie with like the Horsemen and Apocalypse and all that. Another movie that was a little too much for its own good. It had an antagonist that's super OP and is like should be one of the better villains in X Men. Period, but he was just
Mhm.
trash in this movie. So
I don't remember this at all. I know that I saw it at some point, but literally in no capacity do I remember it. So
I'll put it 4 out of 10.
okay, that's fair. I don't remember it, so I don't really know.
Um, this is Batman. I think this is like the original Batman with
Oh, this is Batman
Michael
from the '90s, right?
Michael Keaton and um Jack was
Jack
Joker.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, he was
Jack
Joker.
Nicholson.
Yeah, that this Batman. I haven't watched it to be honest.
I liked him as Joker, Jack Nicholson. He was a really good Joker. He's another one of the stronger Jokers that people kind of sleep on. I think is this the Tim Burton Batman,
I
or
think it's
is
Michael
that
Keaton.
no? I'm saying Tim Burton, the director.
Oh, I think so.
If it is, then I really like these movies. They're fun watch. Don't think of your traditional superhero movies
Oh, you're talking about
when you
the
go to watch.
colorful ones? Tim Burton's
Which one?
the colorful ones with Robin and all that?
I know Robin's in one of them.
No, then it's not him.
Yeah. So I would. Oh, okay. So wait. Oh no, that's the George Clooney one, right? I don't really know if I've
Yeah,
seen
the
this one
George
now that I'm
Clooney
thinking
one
about
is
it.
the Tim Burton one.
I don't know if I've seen.
No, the Jack
I've
Nicholson one is in this movie.
Yeah, because okay, so I've definitely seen the one with the Jack Nicholson one. So I've seen. I'm just getting Michael Keaton confused. That's what's going on. So yeah, so Jack Nicholson's a really good Joker, but I think that's really what carries the movie for me. I don't really like Michael Keaton that much as Batman. He's okay. Um, He's a better Vulture.
All
Yeah, I'll rank this one at a 5 out of 10. Jack Nicholson carries it though.
right. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Um, Mid.
I'll say 6.
6 is fair.
Nothing crazy.
Is
Iron.
that next one Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3?
This is Iron Man 2, I think.
Racking my brain to remember what happens in the second Iron Man right now.
Is the is
I
the
can't remember.
is the guy with the lightning whips and War Machine?
Ooh, okay, okay. Shit.
I don't remember
This one's
much
tough.
about this movie. I thought it was kind of boring, so I'm like low 5, 4. I'm around that range.
I was gonna say 5, so 5 works for me.
Okay. X-Men. I think this is the last stand. So this is where Jean is a bad guy, basically.
Like loses her thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I thought this one was pretty good whenever it came out. I haven't seen it in a long time, so my vision's definitely based off of me whenever I was like 12 or whatever. So whenever I was 12, I really liked it. That's all I can tell you. I don't really know what I think about this one outside of that.
I didn't like the Wolverine Jean relationship at all. Like I
Yeah,
thought I was
weird.
just stupid.
Oh, weirdly like forced.
Yeah, it was really forced. I'm gonna
You're
say
supposed to be a Cyclops.
I don't think it was that enjoyable. Honestly, I would say like a 4.
Okay, that's fair.
Daredevil. Oh my goodness, remember that Daredevil?
Oh man, Ben Affleck as Daredevil.
Yeah,
I remember really thinking this is a cool concept. Again, I've not seen this since I was maybe 7. And I remember thinking it was so cool whenever he talked about the raindrops, where he was like, when it rains, I can use echolocation off the drops and I
yeah.
can see a little bit. I just remember being like, holy shit, that's cool. So I don't know. I'll leave this one up to you if you've seen it recently, but if not, I think we almost might want to put it not seen from my memory.
I remember enough about it to think it's like decent. Like suicide. I think it's again. I probably put it 3. Top
Okay.
3. Guardian of the Galaxy. Does that say Volume 4? Is there a fourth one?
Should be volume 2.
Well, let's say this is Volume 2 then.
Yeah, because the volume 2 one I actually really liked. I might have liked it more than the first one.
That's the one. Who's the villain now? I'm kind of blanking.
Oh, hold on, let me look it up. Let me make sure
Oh,
I'm
his
thinking of the
dad.
right
His
thing.
dad. His dad was the villain.
I think so too.
His dad was the villain, and then oh yeah, the blue guy was that was really good. Baby Groot.
Yeah. Yes, Baby Groot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything you said was right. So, yeah. Yeah, I really like this one. There's like the whole prison break thing, which I really like. Yeah, I like this one overall.
I'm gonna say 8.
I would give this one, yeah, 8's fair.
Okay. All right, Aquaman. Another pretty decent one, but not great.
Yeah, this one was one though that like honestly at this point, whenever I went to see this one, I'd totally given up on DC, and this one gave me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, I'm like it wasn't the greatest movie, like, but it was still entertaining, and it was much better than.
I also think that we have really low expectations for DC at this point, right? Like when
Yeah,
you go see a DC movie, you're like, yeah, it's gonna be a mid tier movie, and this one was slightly above mid tier. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10
yeah.
by ranking it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't know
Good visuals.
why Green Lantern was on here twice. Man of Steel. I actually liked Man of Steel. Like not like and
Okay.
then like it was really good, like but it was pretty solid. Like it was a pretty solid
See, this is
Superman
another
movie.
one of those ones for me where I liked it whenever it came out, but then in rewatch, I like it less.
That's fair.
When's the last time you saw this?
It's been a while, probably a few years.
Yeah, because whenever I first watched this, I was like, "Holy shit, this is the best Superman movie I've ever seen." And I still think it is probably the best Superman movie I've ever seen. But whenever I go back and watch it now, I'm like, "Eh,
Yeah.
Superman's not really Superman in this generation." Like they like to treat him like he's some sort of a god or something, but Superman's just like like he's not a human, but he's part of the human race. If that makes any sense, like
But he is
he
an
wants to
alien.
be a human. Yeah, but in the comics and whatnot, he's just your everyday guy who just happens to have these powers. Like he's part of humanity, if that makes any sense.
True.
So,
Fair.
but in these movies, he's not. So I'd probably give it a 4 or 5 out of 10.
I was thinking like 6. I think it's based on par with Aquaman. and like the Wolverine movie.
I think it's slightly worse than Aquaman, so I'd probably give it a 5.
Okay, that's fair.
But if you wanna put it in 6, I think I'd be fine with that too, I don't know.
I'm not that strongly for it, so it doesn't matter. Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer.
I remember really like this whenever it came out, but again, I haven't seen this since I was a kid, so, I don't know when's the last time you saw this?
Same. I haven't watched it in a long time. Um,
I'd be I'd be probably wanting to rank it at, like, a 5.
where's the other Fantastic Four? Five? Okay, fine. Like, you could be with your. This I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure is the Amazing Spider-Man Part Two. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think I don't know.
Huh. It looks like the newer one from my view, but I can't tell.
It looks like it, but I don't know what. We already did both the newer version of Spider-Man, so
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right, yeah. Okay, so this is Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 ending, like I said, made me tear up. Um, everything in between was okay. This one wasn't as good as the first one to me, but that ending, ugh, the
yeah,
ending still fucks me up whenever I see it, dude. Like, I don't know, there's just something about like the way that he reacts to it that is so like it feels like almost real, you know, like the way he's like so broken and
yeah,
like not okay afterwards. Like, it's not like one of those movies where it's like, yep, she died. This is me at her funeral being sad. But then the next day I'm Spider-Man again. It's like, no, this devastated him for months. Like it took him like you literally see like a montage go by. Oh, your server just or your stream just went down
Oh, really?
for me. Hold on, let me refresh it and see if it's up. Okay, it's up. I think it was on my end. Sorry, that scared me. I was like, oh no. But yeah, so like it literally goes through a montage where it shows different seasons going by. you know, like it literally shows like I think 3 seasons going by. So it maybe takes almost a year for him to like, get his shit back together. And I think that's pretty realistic for how it'd be. So I'd probably rank this at a 6 or a 7.
I'll put it 6, so it's below the other one. I think it's definitely a tier
That's
below.
fair. That's fair.
Birds of Prey. It came out. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I like this one. I thought it was good. Me and my girlfriend went and saw it. We were surprised by it. It was better than Suicide Squad for sure. I'd rank this one a 5 or a 6.
Okay. 5 or 6. I'm going on your opinion.
I think I could put it. You know what? I think I could put it in a 6. To be honest,
Okay.
I think I liked it about as much as the other ones in there.
This is the first X-Men movie.
Don't really remember much. Like if I
Uh,
saw it right now, it'd be kind of like I was watching it for the first time.
I'm pretty sure it was the one where obviously they meet Wolverine for the first time. I think this is the one where
Yeah.
he fought the one chick with the two blades on her hands. I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
she had like the same powers.
This doesn't ring a bell for me at all. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to base it off you.
Oh, you can go for it too. Like at the end of the day.
Yeah, I literally have no clue where I'd rank that one. So
Um.
what is this one? Oh, it's the one with Dr. Freeze and Robin.
Yeah, this is the parody Batman movie, basically.
Yeah. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger in that Mr. Freeze, Dr. Freeze. Just being like the absolute goofball. And then you have the Riddler as Jim Carrey, if it's the right one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, this one's like just entertaining to watch. Like it's just funny to watch this version of like what superhero movies were like at the time. Um, I'd rank this one to be a 4 out of 10, but it's seriously a good watch. Like if you've never seen it.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those movies. It's so bad, it's good. So
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna.
Exactly.
With that said, I'm gonna give it a 3. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like Suicide Squad type beat.
I'm not mad at that.
Um, this
No
Batman,
zero.
Robert Pattinson's Batman. Uh, Super Saiyan. Oh, Super Saiyan. Superman 3. Superman 3. I don't know. I have no
Remember
opinion.
it. This is watched because I don't know
Supergirl. I didn't even know there was a Supergirl movie.
the show.
I mean, it says I don't know. I
I
have
haven't
no.
seen it,
Haven't seen it. Okay, I'm gonna put this
but I
here.
just know it's a show on the CW.
Batman versus Superman. I don't know why that's here twice. Watchmen is here twice as well.
Well, one of them, I think Watchmen. It's Watchmen the movie and then Watchmen that show that came out. I heard the show was ass, but the movie. Have you seen Watchmen?
I've seen the movie. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh? What do you think?
I think it is pretty good, but I think it's way too long. You know, it feels long. It feels
Yeah, it's
like
like
it takes.
3 hours long.
Yeah, I think like especially if you don't know anything about Watchmen, watching this movie
True.
just takes way. It's just too much. Like you're not invested. You don't really care. Like you're just watching. Um,
I think I would probably give it a 5 out of 10. It's average. It's a little slow.
yeah, I'll give it 5 out of 10 too.
It's good overall.
Ooh, Civil War. Ooh, ugh,
Ooh,
so
this
good
one was a serious banger, dude. It brought in the new Spider-Man, which, by the way, whenever I was watching that in theaters, was one of those hype moments in my life.
for sure.
Um,
It brought in Black Panther too.
yeah. Oh yeah. Shit, this is a good one then. Oh yeah, because it did bring in both those characters, and like all of the fight scenes between them fighting each other is fucking wild. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Iron Man
What
versus
are you giving it? 9 out of 10,
is it 10 out of 10 level though?
dude. Honestly, honestly, I was thinking 10 out of 10 too, but I'm like, I don't want to sound like I'm giving it too easily.
But like, is there anything this movie didn't provide for us as an audience?
True,
Like,
dude. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. You're right.
all
10 out of 10.
right, all right.
I hate giving out 10 out of 10. But I think this one earned it.
Yeah. I think that was another Supergirl movie. Or I can't tell. Anyway, Wolverine, X Men, Wolverine.
Oh, shitty movie.
Yeah, this was
3 out of
bad.
10.
Deadpool was horrible. Oh my goodness, disrespectful.
Yeah.
This is Batman. I see Catwoman. So this is the one Catwoman and the Penguin.
Okay, this is for sure. What's the director I said earlier? I don't remember, but yeah, this is for sure his movies. And I like this one. This one I'm wanting to lean more towards 6 out of 10, 5 or 6 out of 10,
I'm fine with either.
because it's Tim Burton, which I think honestly elevates it quite a bit. I think Tim Burton was the perfect director for this. I think I'm good with going to 6 out of 10. It's totally different from anything you've seen. It was more of a Catwoman movie than anything, but I really like it. So yeah, 6 out of 10 is fine.
Okay, okay. Thor, the second one. I thought this was horrible. The
Yeah, horrible.
Dark World one. I think this is like,
Thor the first until Ragnarok, Thor movies had no love from me. Like I, I was like, I was going to see them only so that I would not get confused in the Avengers movies, you know. But I wasn't
yeah,
watching them because I wanted to.
yeah. I think this was a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, it almost makes me want to put the regular Thor down a level though, because I honestly think that this one was better than that one.
Really, I don't think the
Yeah,
second one was better.
I
To be honest.
hate the first one so much. Like when I watched the second one, I'm like, it's cool, but it's just kind of all over the place. Whereas whenever I watch the first one, I'm like actively not enjoying myself. You know, like I'm like, ah, I hate this movie.
Fair. I don't even remember what like the plot was for the second one. At least I remember what the plot was the first one. Like it was a
True.
redemption
That's
story for
very
Thor.
true. Very
Um,
true.
I haven't watched Joker yet.
Oh, bro, you're missing out. Oh man, Joker is fucking up there too. I think the Joker, it definitely belongs in 9 out of 10. I think it's a 9 out of 10. The performance, bro, it's so good. It's such a different movie from anything on this list.
Okay.
It's very close to a 10 out of 10 for me actually, but I think I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 just to be fair or just to be safe.
Okay. I haven't watched it, so I couldn't tell you, but I respect it. Superman Returns. So I'm pretty sure this is the Superman movie. This is one of the newer
I think this is like
ones. Before
I
Man
think
of
this is like
Steel.
2005, right?
Yeah, before Man of Steel.
Superman Returns. I'm trying to remember which one this is. This is the one where the kid gets kidnapped or
I
whatever.
think so. I
Let's
think
see.
that's the one.
But 2006, it was almost 3 hours long.
Damn.
Um,
That deserves
I
a bump
remember
down.
liking this one, but I don't remember too much about it to be honest with you.
Me neither. I legit have no. I think the only thing I remember is that the actor that plays this person is the same actor that's in like the Arrowverse movie. Arrowverse has
I
like
never noticed that. Yeah,
um
I don't really know where to rank this because I don't really remember much about it. I remember thinking it was good. Maybe a 5 out of 10.
no, that's fine. I don't really have that strong opinions. Iron Man
Neither do I.
3, the one with the fake man, what's his name? Man What? Yeah, the fake Mandrid. That kind of pissed me off. Like, not gonna cap.
Worst Iron Man to me. Like there was cool sequences, like whenever the suits are happening at the end, but I think that that was just a cheap party trick to make you think that the movie wasn't shit. But I think the movie was shit overall.
Okay, I think it
So
wasn't like at least it had something going. I think it's at the very least deserves a 5 out of 10 on the same level as Iron
yeah,
Man
I
Two.
agree. Because I was going to say like I'm comparing it to how good Iron Man is in the Avengers,
Yeah.
and when you do that, you can't put it near that. So I'd probably put it as 5 out of 10. I think that's very fair.
I think this is the Batman, the old Batman series. I've never seen this, so I'm gonna put a not seen unless you've seen it.
Mm, no.
Okay. The first Spider-Man movie
Very campy, kind of funny. Um,
started the trilogy.
five
I mean, it's
or a six, I guess.
better than the third one, not as good as the second one. The Green Goblin was a really
Yeah,
good
not
villain, though. I like the Green
yeah,
Goblin.
true. I don't like the outfit for the Green Goblin, like the costume, but I like the actor Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, I did too.
Um, I think I want to go with a 6
Six. Okay. Okay.
or a 5, one of the two.
I don't think it is a 5, but I'm cool with 6.
Neither do I. That's why I said 6. Yeah, because I don't think it's quite a 5 yet. But
Thor Ragnarok. Now this is
ooh, this one was good, dude.
I
This
really
is an 8 out of 10 for me.
oh yeah, for sure. Funny, entertaining, pretty good plot. Yeah.
Yeah, good visuals too.
This is the Batman with Jim Carrey's Riddler. The other one was the one with the ice dude. So Jim Carrey's Riddler,
Oh,
Batman.
yeah. So I thought that Jim Carrey's Riddler was hilarious. Um, Still not good compared to these movies that we have today, and I'm just more of a fan of the Tim Burton one, so I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 personally.
You're gonna give this one, the one with Jim Carrey, a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, 5 or 6. It's really not that good outside of I like the Riddler,
But
but it's not like
the
that good.
one with the one with the Tim Burton movies is a 6. You gotta put it in the same
Yeah,
level.
I love Tim Burton. I love the direction and like how different those movies are.
I
I
know,
don't know
but
why.
I'm saying this is the Jim Carrey one. I don't. This is not Tim Burton, right?
No, no. So like, I think that that one, if I'm not mistaken, is still. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I think that that one's the one with George Clooney still, right?
Yeah, this is still with George Clooney. This is in the same This
Rid-
is the one with the Robin too. And
Okay, okay. I think I'm confused. I think I'm
yeah, I
conflating
was
two of
like,
them together.
I was like, you're about to put it that high? I was thinking 3 out of 10 with its other Batman.
Yeah, I think that I'm conflating.
Because this is the one with
Hold on.
the weird looking Two Face too.
No, this is the one where Val Kilmer's Batman. This is the one from 1995. This is Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even worse than what I'm remembering. Yeah, because I had Two Face as well. Yeah, yeah, this one's definitely bad.
All
It's not good.
right.
It's got I think the guy's name is Robert Redford, the Two Face guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's an iconic actor, but yeah, that was just horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Next is X-Men: Days of Future Past.
No, no opinion on this one.
This is the one where Wolverine goes in the past.
Don't really remember it honestly. I'm not a fan of any of the X-Men movies that have come out really. So
I thought it was pretty cool to see Wolverine go back in the past. Like he pretty much had to stop. Like, you're kind of meshing the old version of Magneto and the new version of Like you're kind of meshing the universes. That's the purpose of this movie, and that's the purpose of Wolverine. So that was pretty cool. I'd say 5 out of 10.
yeah, I feel like that would be cool. So I'm cool with that.
Infinity War. Ugh.
Okay, so Infinity War was another one of those ones where you said earlier where you were like, this left me made me leave the theater and be like, wow, like I can't wait for the next one. That's how I felt after I left
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
the ending
I
to
was like,
this was
holy shit,
ridiculous.
bro. This is a 9 out of 10. I think. I think it also belongs in the same category as Endgame, but I don't quite think that it was Civil War good for me. But I don't know. Actually, fuck. Oh, shit. What are you giving it?
The ending is fantastic. The build up was
Yeah.
great. like all the fighting that's going on and all the lead up, and you got all the characters meeting for the first time to face Thanos. Like Thanos is
Yeah.
coming, we gotta move. And didn't this movie start out with Loki dying? Was that this one,
Yes,
bro? Oh
I
my
believe so.
god, bro!
This is the one where it's like Thanos. Yeah. It is. It is. Thanos like is like just beating the shit out of the Hulk, and then he just snaps Loki's neck.
Oh man, I don't know. I think
That was a crazy start.
because this one is not reliant on nostalgia like Endgame is.
Yeah,
Infinity
because
War.
I was about to say I think that I like this one more than Endgame, and I think if you go any more above liking it than anything in 9, like I definitely like it better than everything in 9. So yeah, I think we got to put it in 10.
All right, you're going in 10. Okay. All right, the first Avenger movie is the one that started it all.
Iconic.
I think it deserves an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say iconic. Great movie. It holds up less well than you might think. Like when you go back to watch it, like the visuals at least, you're like, oh wow, the visuals have really come a long way from that. But it's still definitely like really, really good movie. So yeah, 8's fair.
Ant-Man.
Mid tier for me, so whatever you want.
Really? I thought it was 7 out of 10. It was entertaining,
No,
funny.
maybe not whatever you want.
uh,
6 out of 10, I think.
fair enough. Fair enough. I'm cool with it. Captain America: Winter Soldier. A lot of people love
Really
this
good movie.
movie.
Yeah, super good movie.
I think
I think I would give that one an 8 out of 10.
I would agree. I would agree to this
I
one.
like it a lot.
Some X-Men movie. I have no idea what this one is.
I've probably seen it, but I probably don't like it, so just whatever.
Doctor Strange.
Okay, this one's a weird one for me. I don't know where I would rank this one.
I think 7.
I'm fair. I'm fine with that because I'm in between. Like I remember leaving the theater and being happy. I was not mad whenever I left the theater. Like I wasn't like, oh shit, that was a shitty movie. But I don't know. I thought it was just pretty good. So yeah, 7's fair for me.
Okay.
And I'm looking at what's in 7. I think it was all comparable. So yeah,
Yeah. All right. Next one's
I haven't
Fantastic
seen this new one.
Four new one. I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10. It was the
I haven't seen it, but yeah,
it was the
I've
worst.
heard it's like ass.
It's so bad. It's the worst thing ever created. Like, all right. So this is our tier list. I think it's pretty damn solid. I think it's a pretty solid tier
Yeah,
list.
I think we were pretty fair with everything, the way that we ranked everything. So
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a fun. Like it's not something we'll do often. Where we do something not anime related. We'll do it in the middle of the week. We'll see you. Like this is just something I really wanted to do, and I brought my man Tyler along to talk about some superhero movies, of course. So pretty
yeah, man,
fun.
thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Yeah, no problem, bro. So that's all we got for here. This has been Kickback Anime Discussions. We'll see you guys this Sunday when we talk about the fall 2020 anime and give our opinions on that. So stick by this Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about all the good 2020 fall anime, such as Jujutsu Kaisen, the Inuyasha sequel. A lot of going on. So yeah, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.